Hello and welcome to another edition of Real Talk. Well, hearty congratulations to all the Tiger supporters out there. I'm so pleased. 35 years in the waiting, so enjoy the time. So into the market, well, no surprise with the grand final on the weekend. We only had 50 properties go to auction, but we did have a 79% success rate there. Interestingly enough, the same weekend, 428 properties went to market in Sydney. They had about a 68% clearance rate as well. So it's very obvious that the two cities are still tracking really well in terms of having a robust market. But there's evidence now that the Sydney market is slowing. No evidence that that's happening in Melbourne. In fact, when you look at the figures, we've had population growth of 25% in Victoria in 10 years. And a lot's happened in 10 years for us, because not only have we grown so much, but our market's the only market worldwide to have actually doubled in those 10 years. So it just gains more evidence that with the borders being open and more people coming to Melbourne, and having been voted world's most livable city year in, year out for certainly half a decade now, there's good reason that I think the market will still stay strong. On the investor note, of course, there's a lot of people now saying, Lynn, I'm not sure if I can get into the investor market because of the property market's so crazy. But I want to really reassure people, the last couple of sales that I've done have been around the $400,000 mark, 425, 499. I've just signed a contract last night with really good long-term clients who actually have bought for 499 a 2-bed, 1-bath in South Melbourne, right on the light rail, no car space. But when we've actually done our market research, a 2-bed, 1-bath without a car space in South Melbourne is getting between $485 and $550 a week. So even if we get $525, you're actually positively geared $20 a week there. So now you're into sort of that, creating a surplus cash environment. So I certainly wouldn't be concerned right now. There's still really good investment opportunities available. And I notice a lot of people talking lifestyle properties and Airbnb. I own a couple of lifestyle Airbnb properties, and you certainly can get more income from them. They're a lot more tedious to run, and there's always issues, door handles coming off, a tree's died on the balcony, there's always something going on, linen, cleaners. However, the return can be there. And it's not a bad opportunity, not a bad time to have a look at opportunities in coastal areas, particularly if you've got 2, 3 or 4 investment properties uptown and you're potentially looking for something. We've got a lovely formula here as to how to make holiday homes work better and perform better than the average ones on the market. But I think lifestyle is something that a lot of people are talking about. And finally, I'll just note that I got the BMT newsletter recently, which is the depreciation company that we use. And they made a comment that last year 22% of people that called for schedules were actually converting their home into an investment property. So that actually upgraded their home, but organised it in such a way that they ended up turning the home into an investment property. So 22% of their market's quite a large slice of the market. Of course, if you're intending on doing that, be really careful, because the ATO, in conjunction with the lenders these days, have come out to say that you can no longer take a home loan and turn it into an investment loan. It cannot be tax deductible. So be very, very aware. Certainly speak to your accountant before you do that. Also be aware that you're breaking your capital gains tax exemption. So the moment you take your home and to convert it to an investment property, it's not a matter of what the value of was it. That's an old formula that the ATO used. So if you've lived in it for 4 years and you rent it for 4 years, then half of it is capital gains taxable. Now, of course, there is provision in the Act that if you've been away from your home for work-related reasons, you've got 6 years to come back to that to preserve your capital gains tax nature. So if you are thinking of converting your home to an investment property, talk to your accountant, phone me, I'll refer you to a good accountant so that you really understand the implications, and make sure your home loan is a tax deductible one, because if it is a true home loan, you won't be able to use it for investment purposes. So anyway, I think I'll end on that note. We've got the big selling season now. Spring is in the air, and it's lovely to see all the trees out, and let's see how the hammers go down at the auction. Thank you so much for listening.